Hey, what is going on, everyone? In today's video, I want to give you guys a preview of what the map looks like in the Way of Winter, as well as the new deviations that we're getting in the Way of Winter. And then we'll also go over the different seasonal phases that you can expect as you progress through this scenario. Now, first off, I just want to thank Starry Studio for giving me early access to this test character on this test server so I could provide this content to you ahead of time. Also, I will be live streaming The Way of Winter on launch day on this YouTube channel and my Twitch channel, so be sure to subscribe and follow to get notified for when I go live. And the reason I'm making this video is because I have gone live with the test server here for The Way of Winter recently, and I had a ton of questions about what the map looks like, what the seasonal phases are like, and what the deviations are like. So I figured I'd combine all of those into one video so that you guys can kind of get all your questions answered about those topics in one video. So first off, let's take a look at the map here. So this is the map for the Way of Winter. This is where we previously have played in Manibus and Evolution's Call and all that sort of stuff. So we do not have access to any of this area in the Way of Winter. So this northern part is the entire map for the Way of Winter, at least from what we've seen in the test server. Of course, these things are subject to change. They might expand things a little bit more perhaps for launch day, but I honestly doubt it. But I've got a lot of questions about what the map is like. So this is the entire map for the Way of Winter. Unfortunately, I can't really scroll up higher than this. So hopefully they maybe add a little bit more ocean on the top so that we can actually scroll and kind of get this centered on the screen. But there are three main regions of this map. We have Onyx Tundra, which is the lower level region on the right side here. So you can see we have like level 5 and level 10. And then you progress to the left here until you get to the Vena Fjord, hopefully I'm saying that right, section of the map, which is more kind of your mid-game, even though this does say level 1 right there. You got level 15, level 20, things like that, all kind of in this area. And then as you progress over to the left even more, you get into the Ember Strand region, which is, this is going to be the higher level region, level 45, level 50 areas here. So these first two areas, Vena Fjord and the Onyx Tundra, will be unlocked in phase 1. And then once phase 2 hits, it will unlock the Ember Strand region and you will have access to the entire map. Also, these first two regions here, you're mainly going to be focused on trying to stay warm. These are mainly cold areas here in these first two regions. There are some kind of moderate areas as well where you're not going to be dealing with too much either cold or heat, but generally this kind of first 2/3 of the map here is going to be focused on cold resist. And then once you get over to the Ember Strand area, as you could probably guess from how it looks, you're going to want to focus on heat resist and trying to stay cool in these areas. So yeah, just as an FYI, this is what the map looks like. We can also take a look at the different regions here. So I don't know if all these, different settlements here, I don't know if the levels here are really accurate, but we have Ice House Camp, which is in the Onyx Tundra region. And then we have Whalebone, which is in Vena Fjord, as well as Bear's Den. And then you also get Unfall and Crash Site. And then over on the left here, you've got Oblivion. So we have basically 5 new settlements or cities that you can go and visit throughout the Way of Winter map. And then just taking a look at the seasonal phases here, the first phase here, Arctic Domain, you can see that public crisis events, Hale's Moving House, Cargo Conquest, and Securement Silos are available. Also, as I mentioned, Vena Fjord and Onyx Tundra are available. So kind of the first 2/3 of the map will be unlocked in phase 1. And then obviously you have your chapter 1 season goals that we can take a look at. And then of course, reach level 20 to unlock Eternal Land. Once you hit phase 2 called Scattered Ash, you can see all Ember Strand zones are now available. So the entire map is basically available once you hit phase 2. There's also going to be new prize pools, Depth Charge and Volter Pyromaniac now available with specific weapon and armor blueprints guaranteed. Then you also get access to hard mode for the dungeons, and then for obviously your chapter 2 season goals here as well. Then we hit phase 3, so this is called a Glimmer of Hope, where pro mode for dungeons are available. Not too much going on here in phase 3. Obviously you get your chapter 3 season goals. And then in phase 4, which we're currently on, you can see the Frost and Flame event is available, which is a new event on the map. I will have a separate video about that. And then you also get some more prize pools, Tranquil Frost and Arctic Domain. I actually have a video going over the wish machine for the Way of Winter, and these two prize pools are available. Unfortunately, these two prize pools in phase 2 were not available for some reason on the test server, so I'm not sure what's involved with those. But if you want a preview of what's in Tranquil Frost and Arctic Domain, check out that video. I'll link it in the description down below. And then we also do have the Chapter 4 season goals, and then of course phase 5, which is the settlement phase, is kind of your standard settlement phase here. And if we head into the season goals, and if I click onto, let's take a look at the phase rewards here first. So typical phase rewards, you got your Star Crom, you got your ciphers here, as well as your mimetic cleanser. And if we take a look at the different season goals here, I'm just going to kind of tab through these. I'm not going to explain each one, but if you guys do want to pause at any point just to check out what these season goals are, feel free to do so. Again, these might not be final for the launch version of the game, but just to show you kind of what those are, let's head it back into the second phase here for the season goals. You can see the rewards down in the left. I'm just going to go ahead and cycle through these again. I know there's a bunch of stuff for me to claim, but no point in me claiming it really on this test server, so I haven't gone ahead and done that. Then we'll hop into phase 3 here. So this is where you're going to be able to get that season honor shield, and then we can cycle through these different season goals as well. So if you just want to take a look at any of these in particular, I'll just cycle through them like I mentioned. And then in phase 4 here, now this is something I don't really have any visibility into what these specific rewards are. I know usually it's some sort of crate that you will get, so I imagine this will be some sort of crate. As you can see, it says it's season exclusive, but I don't know exactly what it is, so it's not really showing us on the test server, but I'll go ahead and cycle through all of these just so you can get an idea of what to expect for these phase 4 season goals. And then, yeah, there we go. So hopefully that gave you guys a good preview of what to expect there. Now, as far as the season shop, I know some people have asked about that as well. In the season shop here, I'm only seeing stuff from like Manibus, so I don't see any new stuff in here. But again, this is not a representation of what is actually going to be in the Way of Winter. I know we've had new things since Prismverse that are added into the season shop, so I don't even see that stuff in the test server. So a lot of people were asking about that as well. So this is not a representation of what will be available on launch day for the season shop. And just taking a look at the new deviations that are available in the Way of Winter. So I'm going to just go through this list here. I don't have all these deviations unlocked yet, but I will show you the one that I do have unlocked, and I will make a separate video on how to get all the new deviations as well. But these are the 7 new deviations in the Way of Winter. We have Tar Pudding, which, as you can see, it says works within the territory, able to extract crude oil or work in refining facilities. Then we have Snapshot here, which is a combat deviation. It will photograph nearby enemies and will increase the weapon damage that they take. We also have Hydronaut Fish here, which can work in the territory to gather seawater or operate a water purification facility to get fish occasionally. Then you have another combat one here, which is Eternal Sun. This will release blazing energy rays periodically, which will attack all nearby enemies, inflicting continuous burn damage. So that seems pretty cool. Then we also have Winter Spirit here, which will summon fragile frost crystals that explode upon being shattered, damaging enemies with a frost explosion and increasing the frost damage that they receive. Then we also have Ice Bottle here, which will produce special materials that can be used to craft tactical items, and you can use it to make large ice cubes. So I'm curious to see what that effect is. I'm not 100% sure on that one. And then lastly, we have Night Watch Lamp, which works within the territory to guard it, and its light can paralyze enemies. So the one new deviation that I currently have that I can give you a little preview of is Tar Pudding. I actually got this in Securement Silo Delta, which is a new silo that they've added in the game. I have a video on that as well on my channel, so feel free to check that out. And you can see that he just goes out and collects portable mixed fuel for me, so I don't have to. He also is very adorable, so I will go see if I can go and find him to give you guys a little preview of what he looks like in the world. All right, so here he is out in the world. Oh man, this buffalo's trying to get me. Let me kill that buffalo real quick. Sorry about that. Here is Tar Pudding out in the world right here. He is getting that portable mixed fuel for me. He's just out in the street doing it right now. But let's go ahead and interact with him because he is just the best. How awesome is he? He's going to do his little dance at the end as well. But let me know in the comments right now, what is the deviation that you're looking forward to using the most? There was his little dance there as well. I loved using Tar Pudding. I think he is awesome looking, and it seemed like a lot of people in the stream really enjoyed it as well. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope this video ended up helping you out. If you have any more questions, feel free to drop a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Also, feel free to join our Discord channel where I have a bunch of people in there that are always willing to help answer questions. And if you have any Way of Winter questions as well, happy to answer them in my Discord if I can in there. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to like and subscribe. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out.